What up? It's the real Keith. Any other fabrication of your imagination. And I'm back with another Majo Taisen chapter review, chapter 62. And we pick up where we left off, where the copy of Mila is aiming for the original with a super long range shot. And the real Mila doesn't know she's in the crosshairs of the copy and she hasn't found her yet. And Jean says that she can feel their desire, but she can also feel something else that she don't know what it is. And Mila ponders where the next attack will come from. And Mila says that with counter sniping, the line of sight is just as important as reading the enemy. You must predict where the enemy will fire from. But this time the opponent is hurt with all her skills, so she just has to think, what would she do? Or at least that's what most people would think, but she will be falling for a trap. She is questioning all of the clone's actions, speaking on things she would have done. And now it goes back to the clone, and Murasaki is trying to rush the clone to make her shoot. But the clone tells her to shut up. If she was to shoot right now, she would definitely miss. In sniping, what matters above all else is focus. Ignore anything unrelated to the target. And as you regulate your bodily rhythm bit by bit, you stop your breathing. If you don't make the gun a part of your own body, the bullet will never land. She says from that distance, even a heartbeat can ruin the trajectory. So she needs to take adequate time to focus. And Murasaki believes that the clone is feeling nervous, and she doesn't deny it. The clone say it's almost impossible to focus because she's doing the longest range shot in human history, and it's against the greatest sniper. So if she misses, it's instant death for them. And Murasaki tries to reassure her and tells her that she did her research before the battle. And she goes to speak on Mila's accomplishments. She's pretty much giving her a pep talk, telling her she was the perfect hero. And this actually relaxed the clone, and she started to appreciate and compliment Murasaki. They talk about how they share a body, and if one dies, the other dies. And the clone is impressed. Murasaki says the artist is always willing to sacrifice for their art. I always wrote this with that resolve in mind. The demons are talking about how no one has moved in a minute, but now the copy is ready to make her move. The clone is about to shoot at Mila, but at that moment, Mila noticed and turned around. And then the clone panicked, asking herself did she notice before she even made the shot, but believed that from her position she still has the advantage. And then they both shot at the same time with the bullets passing by each other. One bullet landed in the barrel of the other's gun and destroyed the gun, and the other bullet hit the building, causing a lot of major damage and pretty much taking the roof off. And after the dust clears, we see that one of them say that they actually hit their target. And then the city they were fighting in disappears, and they end up back in the arena. And we see both of the Milas. And the Mila clone turns back into Murasaki, and we see that the actual Mila lost her arm, while Murasaki looks calm and completely untouched. And the announcer was just about to call the match, saying that Murasaki won, but in reality Murasaki lost and half of her face was missing. Murasaki believed that she researched and became Mila, that she actually stood a chance, thinking she was the most strongest and perfect hero, but in reality Mila never seen herself as a hero and only fought for her motherland and actually hated war. Mila says, I will kill all of the trash pigs, the ignorant of peace. I want to plant the seed of pain in the hearts of all of humanity. No strength, no calm. I'm only a scorned woman doing whatever she wants. Did I give you the wrong idea? And Murasaki found it so cool that she started to write it down, but as she was writing, her hand started to disappear. And she knows that her time is up, but she wanted to keep writing. And then she fades away. And then the winner is Mila. And that's where the chapter ends. This was a nice conclusion to the battle. There was a few twists and turns, especially with the way Murasaki's magic actually worked. This was actually one of the better fights, my only issue being that the clone lost again to the original, just like it happened with Catherine and Marie Antoinette. I'm not mad about who won, I just feel like they could have did something different instead of making her a clone. But this does kind of change up the power scaling. I am kind of confused though how one bullet was able to destroy a gun and the other bullet was able to destroy half the top of the roof. And Mila is definitely going down as one of the best snipers of all time, just for the simple fact that no matter if she was able to react and not even use her scope to see where the clone was. But that's all I got for you today. Like, share, and subscribe for more Majo Taisen chapter reviews. It doesn't cost you a dime while it costs me time. And also subscribe if you like power scaling and versus battles. And follow Universal Debates on Facebook and my other pages, links in the description.